So on July 24th, the game pages for Project Cars 3 were updated to announce that the game is going to be delisted on August 24th. The game will also lose its multiplayer modes on February 24th of next year. However, there is a big issue specifically with the PlayStation version of this game, and the platinum for this game has actually been unobtainable for a few months now. So first, before we get into that, what is Project Cars 3? Project Cars 3 is the third game in the Project Cars series, and basically this game is kind of like a simcade racing game, leaning heavily on the arcade style of handling, right? So basically, it's just another track racing game. If we look at the reviews, as you can see, a 54% of the reviews are positive. So about half the people are like, yeah, this game's okay, this game's good, and half the people are like, yo, this game sucks. So obviously, you know, this isn't a video about why Project Cars 3 failed. I'm not going to really talk about that, but basically there is a huge problem with specifically the PlayStation version of the game. The multiplayer servers for the PlayStation version of the game have been broken for the past few months, and it kind of started as early as like April of this year. Around that time, people started noticing if you tried to go into the multiplayer mode, it would just throw up an error message. And I did this myself just to confirm. If you press on it, it just throws up an error message. You can't go into the multiplayer mode. Now, this is a big issue for a number of reasons. You know, you can't play the multiplayer on PlayStation. You haven't been even able to play the multiplayer on PlayStation for months now. And also, there are multiplayer trophies for this game, meaning if you play this game on PlayStation, the platinum is unobtainable as of now. And it has been unobtainable for months. Now, this really sucks because I personally wanted to platinum this game because I knew it would probably be shutting down sometime soon, considering the past two games, 5 years after they've been released, they get delisted, the online servers shut down. I'm not sure if Project Cars 2, if their multiplayer servers still work or not. I'm assuming they don't, but I haven't played that game in like 3 years, so please, you know, if I'm wrong about that, don't quote me on that, right? But Project Cars 3, I'm like, oh, it's probably gonna be, you know, it's going offline soon. Well, I started playing it at the beginning of the year, and I didn't really think much about the multiplayer side of the game until I actually went to PSN profiles and looked at the game page and saw that the multiplayer trophies were unobtainable. Then I actually tried going into the multiplayer. This was around April when they stopped working, and I noticed that the multiplayer was not working at all. So now we get to the point of the video where you may ask, well, what can I do about this? The title of the video says this game needs your help. We need to do whatever we can to try and spread awareness about this issue and try and make the publisher Bandai Namco aware so that maybe they could fix it. Now, considering that they announced that the game is going to be dying, I highly doubt that they're going to do anything to fix the PS4 server issues. So instead of acknowledging the issue, fixing it for the PlayStation players, they just decided like, oh, we'll just kill the game. Screw that. We don't need to fix that. The game was a flop either way. No one's gonna care. Well, I care, okay? A lot of people care that still own the game on PlayStation but don't have the multiplayer trophies, right? And I know achievement hunting isn't everything, right? Obviously, this game is easily playable offline. The multiplayer is not a big side of the game. It just sucks that the game that I bought has features that were advertised to me that don't even work, okay? So I bought this game way before this announcement, right? This was announced last week on Thursday, July 24th. I bought this game probably a year or two ago, and there was no message, no nothing saying that the servers would stop working specifically for PS4 in April. I just feel like this has to be wrong. This is wrong. Obviously, it's probably not illegal. Legally, they don't have to do anything. But I still feel like the publisher, whoever manages the servers for this game, should be held accountable. So the reason why I'm making today's video is to simply try and spread awareness about this, to see if we can get anyone at all who might have the ability to fix this, to try and actually fix the servers for PlayStation, or if anything, to try and make more people aware of these issues, just so that they don't happen in other games, right? We saw this with the console versions of Assetto Corsa, or I think last month, or this month, early this month. The servers for Assetto Corsa stopped working, and people were assuming that the game was just silently shut down. But the developer, they came back and told everyone, no, this was not supposed to happen. They actually fixed the server so you can actually play the game now on PlayStation, which is it's cool, right? Or at least on console, right? Not just PlayStation. This isn't going to happen for this game. Let's be real. I'm just going to say this right now. I have zero hope that this game will ever be fixed. And the bad thing is, this problem seems to only plague the PlayStation version. Apparently, the Xbox Xbox version still has its multiplayer servers intact, at least somewhat. I'm not exactly sure how well they work, but you can still play the multiplayer version on Xbox, and I'm assuming you can too on Steam. I'm not 100% sure about that because I've never played the game on Steam. To be honest, I'm considering just buying the game on Steam. It sucks that specifically PlayStation players basically are screwed over while everyone else is just chilling. It doesn't matter whether it's Xbox or PlayStation. One side should not be treated more well than the other side, right? And the same with this. The PlayStation 4 servers should be fixed. You know, if Xbox players are allowed to play the game, PlayStation players should be too. So, I don't know. This is a big issue, and I would like to see this fixed. Obviously, it probably won't. I think the best course of action would to most likely be to contact customer service for this game, customer support. I don't think that'll really do anything, but still, it might do something. It might make the publisher more aware of this issue. I'll leave a link to some support links. If you own the game on PlayStation, please go to those links and write up a report saying like, yo, the PlayStation servers, they don't work. I try to load into a server and it just throws an error message. Say that this is happening for everyone on PlayStation because most likely they'll tell you, oh, your connection settings are wrong or something, right? If enough of us submit reports, there could be a chance that someone might actually look at that and be like, hey, maybe we should check in on the PlayStation servers. Maybe we should see if they actually do work. And maybe they will fix it. But like I said, it's probably unlikely. If you don't own the game, you can still support this by sharing this video, by making your own video on the topic, by making a Twitter post, by making Instagram posts, social media posts. Just try and spread awareness on this issue. And if you don't care, then why are you watching the video, right? But just to let you guys know, the game is shutting down February 24th. The game is going to be delisted August 24th, so make sure if you want the game, buy it before then, right? Now, real quick before we end the video, I do want to go on a little bit of a side rant. I do want to buy the game on PC because obviously the PlayStation servers, they don't work. If I want to get all the achievements on the game, I'd have to play it on PC or Xbox. However, there are also DLC trophies or DLC achievements, and there are a couple of DLCs in the game. The base game by itself, $60. Okay, that's full price when it released. The deluxe edition, $95. Okay, for a 5-year-old game. On top of that, there hasn't been a sale for this game in over 3 years. This game has remained full price for the past 3 years, and they're not even going to discount it for the game's closure. I find this kind of scummy. I don't know. I just like, where are the sales at, right? I don't want to pay $95 for this game, okay? Now, my second best bet is to buy it on a Steam Key website. As you can see, I can get the game for like $72, so that's a little better, but it's still pretty high priced for a 5-year-old game that really isn't even that good in my opinion. I don't know, I just don't really want to shell out that kind of money, especially since the game is going to be shutting down either way. I'll most likely end up buying it on PC either way, but this is just just infuriating. I would be happy with one of two things personally. I would be happy if they discount the PC and just discount the game across all bards for the game's delisting, or fix the multiplayer servers for PS4, or do both. But that won't happen. But apart from that, pretty much I just wanted to make today's video to try and spread some awareness. But I did want to try and spread awareness on this because this is a game that I've played myself, that I want to 100%, that I want to platinum, that I can't even platinum. Like I said, if you guys can, please try and spread awareness about this. Apart from that though, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I'll make another video if we get any substantial updates on this, like if the servers go back online, or yada yada yada, or if the developer or publisher, not developer, because the developer, that studio is gone, but if the publisher responds by saying like, yo, we fixed the game, I'll let you guys know here, but I doubt that's gonna happen. Unfortunate, man. It sucks that we can't even, you buy a game and the game doesn't even work. I don't know. I just think it's kind of sad. But yeah, apart from that, if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to hit that like button. If you guys disliked today's video, hit the dislike button. If you guys want to see more content like this, or if you guys want to see any kind of Project Cars 3 content, let me know down in the comments below. Shout out to my channel member, the good guy Chris. Thank you for being a channel member. If you guys want to subscribe to my channel membership, click the link in the description below. You'll get access to exclusive perks and exclusive members only videos. So if you guys are interested in that, be sure, like I said, click the link in the description below. But apart from that, I'm Runnerman 15. Sucks that another racing game being shut down. Whether it's good or not, that doesn't really matter. It just sucks that PlayStation players can't even play the game to the fullest, right? And haven't been able to for months before the server closure and delisting announcement was made, right? So yeah, apart from that, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I've yapped for way too long, so yeah.